Hello everybody and welcome to W3L Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L Network. Words on the street is, I'm Stevie Wizard. Thank you for joining us, especially as we're heading towards our biggest event of the year, Resolution 9, coming up your way on Friday, October 2nd at the Brunton Hall in Musselburgh. If you haven't hit the subscribe button to make sure you never miss an episode of Wrestling Showdown, do it ASAP, because all the information you could ever need about Resolution 9 is coming your way here in the next few weeks. Now I'm sure you already know the card for this mammoth event. In the main event of the show, we will see the tag team champions Dickie Divers and Taylor Bryden putting those belts on line against Mike Musso and the W3L heavyweight champion Nathan Reynolds. The heavyweight title is also on the line. It is winner take all. If Reynolds or Musso are beaten, the title will change hands. If Divers and Bryden are beaten, the title will change hands. It is going to be such a momentous event. You do not want to miss this contest. In addition to that, we know the Rock and Roll Express Blondie Barrett takes on Johnny Kent, the winner to enter the W3L Hall of Fame. They will join Drew McDonald, who will be inducted this year as well, and of course we've got the four-way golden ticket ladder match and so much more besides. Now I've just mentioned the W3L Tag Team Champions Dickie Divers and Taylor Bryden. We're going to be starting today's episode of Wrestling Showdown with them as they are the guests on the House of Smith.
Terrible. Now, let's go to the chase, shall we? We have two very special guests tonight on the House of Smith, not one but two. And they just happen to be the new W3L Tag Team Champions, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honour, it's a privilege to introduce to you Mr. Taylor Bryden and Mr. Dickie Divers. Mr. Divers, take a seat. Good. That's alright? Not a problem. Now, a lot of people around W3L fans and people around W3L are saying that you have won those tag team championships via underhanded tactics. Personally, I don't necessarily agree with them, but what do you have to say to that?
First of all, just stay silent all you, because your voices make me sick. That's the opposite of being quiet, and you just... Wow. Your parents must be so proud. I really doubt that. I was like to just be quiet, wait.
Come on, hey!
Tell you what, pal. End of the show, me and you excited, that side there. That didn't even make any sense, be quiet. Anyway, before that was something my jobs over there. You were saying something about us winning these belts, some of the various tactics. I cashed in that golden ticket fair and square because I had a golden ticket. I'm chanting it now.
Why don't you go back to school?
Why don't you just shut up? Name some cities. So the city won out one of the various tactics. just a stupid thing to say, alright? Yeah,
Yeah, totally agree with you now. I have another question for you. What do you two call yourselves? You're the W3L Tag Team Champions, Mr. Taylor Bryan and Mr. Dicky Diamond. And what are your intentions in W3L just this minute, just now?
Well, me, Taylor Bryan, and Dicky Diamond are called the contingency plan. Because we always have a plan before we need a plan. And as for our intentions, well, our intention is to hold on to these belts for a very, very long time. Listen, my Mooser's been crying out backstage because a couple of weeks ago we put him through a table. Yeah, just like that one. Do you know what? If he doesn't stop crying and whinging about it, well, I think he and Dicky Diamond's right. Just do a table again.
Game.
You see, you might have put him through a table, but the bar works to me. You come off my hair. So what do you think? I think if anyone's going for a table tonight, them two.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce. I'm sat here and a brawl has broken out on the House of Smith and it's a 4-on-2 beatdown here. You see a referee Kurt ineffectively running around ringside trying to restore order here. Maynard Smith and Rory Steele against Nathan Reynolds in one corner and the tag team champions, the contingency plan apparently they're now called, taking on Musso, another one. And this is a precursor almost for the main event of Resolution 9 coming in October, but are they even going to make it? It looks like the challengers aren't going to be in one piece. And here come the Coffees! And Divers and Bride have a tag team match coming up next week against them. And Mark and Joe Coffey not willing to wait. Charging to ringside, saving Nathan Reynolds and Mike Musso from further injury. But you notice that Steele, Smith and the contingency plan have escaped. And look at this, Mark and Joe holding the tag belts as a sign of things to come. And how will that affect the main event of Resolution 9 if they're the champions? If it can happen, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on. But it's all breaking down here. So, ladies and gentlemen, chaos reigning there on the House of Smith. And you saw at the end that in came Mark and Joe Coffey. They're the former tag team champions. And since they lost those belts to Dickie Divers and Taylor Bryan, now apparently the contingency plan, the Coffeys have been after a rematch. And W3L management have informed me that they will get their rematch right here next week on Wrestling Showdown. If that's not a reason to hit the subscribe button, I don't know what is. But how will that affect the complexion of Resolution 9? Potentially, Divers and Bryan will not be tag team champions by the time Friday, October 2nd at the Burton Hall Musselburgh rolls around. The only way you can see what happens is by making sure you're here in 7 days' time on Wrestling Showdown. But don't go yet, because we have a great match coming for you right now this week here on this week's episode. As you know, as of late, Sanctuary have been having their ups and downs. A few high profile losses here, a couple of victories there. This week, the Scapegoat intends to continue his winning streak, but he's going to have a hard task as he takes on the very popular high flying masked man, El Technico.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is a singles match scheduled for 1 fall. Using for standing to my left, representing Sanctuary. He is accompanied to the ring by the very good Mr. Euan, Mackie, and the head of Francois Martin, from Castle Macula. His weight is unknown. He is the Scapegoat. Standing in the corner to my right from Portobello, Mexico, at 90 kilograms, Technico!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce, and we are set to go with Masked Man action here. The always popular El Technico in the orange and black, take on the mysterious Scapegoat in the black and white. So this is going to be a pivotal match for both of these men. Of course, we're in the lead up to Resolution, our biggest event of the year. We know that the Scapegoat takes the arm drag there. He's facing Kevin Williams in a singles match. We saw what happened just last week here on the Showdown. El Technico wants to impress W3L management and the matchmakers as well. Hopefully get a good position on that show. We'll see what happens. And a nice flying mare. El Technico with the experience edge, at least we assume that's the case. As I said before, nobody really knows who the Scapegoat is, how long he's been going for, or really anything about him. El Technico is certainly around W3L for a while, longer than the Scapegoat has, at least as the Scapegoat. And you see he gets a couple of shots in, El Technico backed up at the corner, and he's just being choked. And of course, the very good Mr. Euan Mackie, omnipresent at ringside, and a nice shoulder tackle by the Scapegoat. But we have seen in previous weeks things aren't really going well for Sanctuary. Of course, Euan Mackie lost to Grado. I'm sure you saw that not that long ago. But in the following week, Scapegoat defeated Stupendous. So it seems that Scapegoat's in something of a winning streak, while Mackie isn't. And so it remains to see how this is going to affect Sanctuary, especially going into Resolution 9 coming up next month in Musselburgh. Technico in the control and the wrist, takes down the Scapegoat, and a nice leg drop. And tackles the arm again, dropping knees across it. Of course, Sanctuary were heavily involved last year at Resolution 8. El Technico was part of that golden ticket ladder match, and he won the ticket. Of course, as I'm sure you have seen before, he lost it to Dickie Divers, and we all know how that panned out. So perhaps El Technico will be looking at that again. There'll be another golden ticket ladder match contest for him at Resolution 9. Remains to be seen. Scapegoat launching El Technico across the ring, crashing hard at the far turnbuckles. And El Technico lands on his feet off that monkey flip. And he's got Scapegoat reeling here. Going for monkey flip of his own. And a bad landing from the Scapegoat. Killed by his body line too much that hurt. And El Technico's so agile. He's matured, one of the very best that W3L has. Comes over the top. Ducks the clothesline. Oh, and he sends his Scapegoat high in the air. Good thing those ropes there, otherwise Scapegoat may have crashed onto the floor with that backdrop. And the Scapegoat crawling around Mackie, checking on his charge. Here comes El Technico for a dive. Oh no, and the Scapegoat forearms are right in the face, cutting off his momentum, and now snaps the back of his neck against the top rope. Good move by the Scapegoat. Okay, this is the thing. As he goes to the cover here, this could be it. That's the thing with the Scapegoat. We don't know who he is, how long he's been going. This guy may be a decade-long veteran or more, we just don't know. So you don't know what bag of tricks he has to pull things out of. And of course, having Euan Mackie at ringside, and the depth of knowledge this man has. Still crashing into El Technico. Oh, right between the shoulder blades. Goes straight for another cover again. Referee Kurt right in position, checking those shoulders don't come off the canvas. But El Technico still with enough life left in him, kicks out. Scapegoat need to wear him down a lot more. And that body slam's definitely going to do it. Straight for the cover again, this could be it. Can El Technico kick out? And he does. But it's taking longer and longer each time. You can hear this crowd, they are firmly on the side of the masked man from Portobello, Mexico. This is his first match back on Showdown since suffering a knee injury in that tag team match. It was him and Morado was taking on Rory Steele and Lucian Maynard Smith, who we saw earlier on in the House of Smith. So El Technico has recovered from his injury, at least as best we know anyway. If he is still hurt, he's not saying it. Scapegoat distracting the referee. Well, Mackie, look at this, he's choking El Technico in that bottom rope there, trying to cut the oxygen off from the referee being distracted by the Scapegoat. That's always a downside to having Mackie at ringside. He's willing to interfere wherever possible. He's being choked now. That leg of the Scapegoat. It's almost like a handicap situation here. Scapegoat launched in that corner. Technico setting him up, but it took a bit too long and crashes down heavily. Scapegoat going in. This is going to be it. Scapegoat with yet another victory here for side 2. No, El Technico getting out of that one. Quite unsurprisingly, almost landed on his head. But this crowd firmly on his side. They want him to win. And this, look at the power of the Scapegoat. Look how long he's been holding El Technico up for. And drops him down. All that blood's going to rush to the head of El Technico. This must be it. Scapegoat surely has this one in the bag. 2, 3, no, Technico kicking it again. Proving to be very resilient, a tough man to defeat. Remember when Dickie Divers beat him for the golden ticket, he needed a hooded man. Well, Taylor Bryden's has now been unveiled as to do so. Scapegoat waiting, poised, and a clothesline off the middle rope, and crawls over, hooks a leg. 1, 2, just 2 again. And El Technico showing that famed resiliency. He's so good wrestler, so difficult to beat as well. And Scapegoat going back up. He'll go for the same move again, who knows. Technico slow to get to his feet. He's taking a beating in this match. And again with a flying clothesline. El Technico could barely even attempt to, but the way 1, 2, and again just the 2. El Technico still not down for the counts. The 3 count if you like. But Scapegoat going to argue with the referee, and he's going up again. Now, I don't know if he's going to go for another flying clothesline. He's had success with the past 2. A third one may spell defeat for El Technico. But he gets with a drop kick. And I think it's a combination of just pure instinct, also maybe anticipating what Scapegoat is going to do. But El Technico hits that drop kick. And he waits till Scapegoat charges at him and greets with a couple of clotheslines. Technico sends off the ropes, and a beautiful spinning leg lariat, and the Scapegoat wisely rolls to the floor. El Technico sets up and dives upon him with that tope. El Technico wipes out the Scapegoat, and probably some of the crowd as well. But he's back to his feet first, and you see Mackie keeping his distance wisely so. All of Scapegoat's momentum appears to have been eroded here, as El Technico climbs the top turnbuckle and lands a beautiful flying body press. That's going to be it. 1, 2, 3, no! Scapegoat kicking out, not quite as worn down perhaps as El Technico thought. But that beautiful flying body press doesn't quite get it done as yet. But Scapegoat, see how slow he is to get up. And he's been dove upon on the floor, seeing that body press. Slips at the back. Catches El Technico with the reverse neckbreaker. Floats in for the cover, hooks a leg. 2, but only 2 again. And Scapegoat slapping the mat in frustration. He wants to keep that winning streak of his alive. Because currently he's the only member of Sanctuary that hasn't lost in the past few weeks, as I mentioned before. And there's been problems with him and Viper. But that's for another day. Technico picks up the Scapegoat and drives him down. That's bound well there as long as it's going to be at 1, 2, no! Scapegoat gets out of this one. And El Technico, look at this, as if to say, what can I do? I've hit with some of my best moves and he is still going strong. It's the benefit of the Scapegoat. Again, you just don't know who he is, what he can do, We've seen him a lot here in W3L. Hang on, Mackie climbs up and he just shoves Technico off the top. Oh, what's going on here? Surely, what? And the bell's sounding. I think referee Kurt has just gone and disqualified the Scapegoat, and quite rightly too. And Sanctuary clearly not happy with the way this match is going. Mackie just injecting himself into this match, and now Sanctuary is double teaming El Technico, and it's a two. And here's Morado, El Technico's protege and regular tag team partner. Morado charged again, attacking the Scapegoat, but Mackie jumps him from behind. It's that rookie mistake. Took his eyes off the very good Mr. Euan Mackie. El Technico rolling to the floor, and Morado being throttled. And it's Kevin Williams! Kevin Williams, we saw him tackling Sanctuary just last week, and he clears the ring. We know that Scapegoat and Williams are scheduled to meet at Resolution 9. Clearly, the bad blood between them still boiling over. Mackie and Morado, though, and even El Technico seem getting tied up in all of this. Now, what is Scapegoat doing? Scapegoat and Mackie have gone, and they've got a ladder. Oh, so when they've got the one-man disadvantage, they go for a weapon, and wisely, the two masked men and Kevin Williams go to the floor, keeping it out of harm's way from that ladder, and they've got a ladder of their own! Morado, Williams and Technico have got their own ladder, and a slightly bigger one as well by the looks of things, and Sanctuary heading for the hills. They obviously realise when they're outmanned and outgunned. So their attempts to beat up El Technico have come to nothing. Morado and Kevin Williams make the save. And then when Sanctuary introduce a ladder, the Luchadors and Kevin Williams also introduce a ladder.
The Scapegoat was disqualified. Therefore, your winner, El Technico.
So there you get the official decision, ladies and gentlemen. El Technico wins by disqualification. I'm sure I've not had the last of Sanctuary. The Luchadors and Kev Williams. Again, Williams and the Scapegoat at Resolution 9 will meet one-on-one. But how will this affect what happens? What does this mean, all these ladders? Sanctuary, Morado, Technico, Williams. And it's all happening here on Wrestling Showdown. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, a disqualification victory for El Technico, but the shenanigans at the end of that match with Sanctuary, Morado, Kevin Williams. As I'm sure you already know, the Scapegoat is set to take on Kevin Williams coming up at Resolution 9 on Friday, October the 2nd at the Brunton Hall Musselburgh. Or at least he was. Due to the events you've just seen, W3L manager have decided that the Scapegoat and Kevin Williams will be put in the 4-way golden ticket ladder match. Joining them will be popular high-flyer Morado, and the leader of Sanctuary, the very good Mr. Euan Mackie. What will this mean for Sanctuary when you've got the Scapegoat and Mackie both in the same match, where theoretically it's every man for himself? The only way to find out is by being there in person, ladies and gentlemen, at Resolution 9. You can get your tickets for that from W3LWrestling.com, and of course, if you use the coupon code Showdown, you're going to get yourself 20% off. That goes for all our events that weekend, ladies and gentlemen, because on Saturday the 3rd we're in Dunfermline, Sunday the 4th of October we're in St Andrews, and again tickets for all those events are available from our website. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, in 7 days time, right here in the Showdown, the Coffees are going to face Divers and Bryden for those tag team belts. How will that affect the main event of Resolution 9 as Divers and Bryden are facing Reynolds and Musso? The only way to find out is to be here in 7 days, so hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Remember and like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, visit our website, use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown, tell everybody that you'll be watching us. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me. We'll see you in 7 days time for that big tag team title match.